What is up, you guys? For today's video, we are going to be testing out the brand new Colourpop Mint collection, which I am so excited for. Like, seriously, it is such an adorable collection. And if you haven't seen any of the products yet, I'll show you guys the palette real quick. And I just think it's so adorable. Like, the packaging even, like, girl, it is stunning. And also the color story, it's just such a different vibe, especially even for Colourpop. And I just mean, like, look at that. It's so pretty, and you have like the perfect amount of shimmers as well as mattes, which I totally appreciate. But nonetheless, if you'd like to see how I did this look as well as my thoughts and opinions about other products in this collection, then just stay tuned on watching. However, before we jump into it, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button down below and gave this video a like. And also, if you'd like to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. I'm definitely feeling a little minty fresh right now because I matched my scrunchie to the collection. I don't know why I did that, but I thought it'd be really festive and really fun. But the first item that we are going to be trying is this Matcha Love little set. And in this, you get a Colourpop Lippy Scrub, and then you also get a 4-3 Beauty face milk. And let me tell you, the face milks are so cool. I don't know what it is, but I always see them on Instagram and they always catch my eye. But unfortunately, so many of them I am allergic to. It is ridiculous because I am like super allergic to argan oil. Like, girl, when I tell you I break out in hives, like I get like this huge like welt on my face. It is a hot mess, but this one I can actually use and I'm so excited for it, and I just love the color of it and the size. I've been using the avocado one, which also doesn't have argan oil in it, and I have been using it ever since it launched, like every single night, and I can definitely see a difference with my skin. It just seems a little bit more brighter and it just has a little bit more hydration to it. I absolutely adore it, so I cannot wait to try this one. And also here is the little Lippy Scrub, so you do get a really nice size of it. So with this, I'm just going to apply about 3 drops to my fingers, and then I'm going to warm it up in between my hands like it says in the directions. This stuff actually smells like really good, but I'm just going to like apply it to the center of my face and then start spreading it outwards. This feels like really hydrating too. So now to try the Lippy Scrub, I've never used one of these before. I accidentally dug my finger in it when I was opening it the first time, but I've heard that they're really good. And I don't know how I can make this look attractive, so we're just gonna kind of go with it. Okay, so the grit of it reminds me a lot of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics ones, but this one, it doesn't have like a super like heavy grit to it either. It has like a light texture to it, which I actually prefer, because sometimes I feel like the ones that have like a super like thick grit to them, they almost make my lips like super red for a really long time after I am done using it. So I actually really like how this one feels. Also, it's really oily too, which I like. So the next item that we are going to be using is the item that I'm like the most curious about with the collection, and that is the Minty palette. I mean, like, look at the packaging even. It is so adorable. It's like this cute like little minty green palette, and then it has white text with a little mint leaf over the eye. It is so, so cute. I literally cannot get over it. And let's open it to see the color story. And girl, this is gonna take me a minute because I'm uncoordinated when I have nails on. But like the colors in here are so stunning. I just love how they look. And when I first initially like opened it and like showed my mom, she's like, you gotta use this green shade, like the shimmery one. It is so beautiful in the pan. So off camera, I did already prime my eyelids, but the first shade that we are going to be using out of the palette is this super pretty, I would say true mint green shade called Get Fresh. And then using this number 5 brush from BH Cosmetics out of their Lavender Luxe brush set, I'm going to be applying this right into my crease. I'm also doing little circular motions to blend it upwards towards my brow, and using it to round out my outer V. And this shade is going to be our transition shade today. Okay, but that is so pretty. And I'm just gonna go in with a second layer because we wanna see how intense it can get. And again, I'm just doing like little circular motions, but like that color is so pretty. I don't know about you guys, but I have the hardest time finding really nice pastels because they are so dusty and chalky a lot of the time. And also like when you apply them, they kind of like dust off, which is so irritating. But so far, I'm really impressed with this one. I'm like low-key vibing with this color right now. Like this all over the lid would be so pretty. But I do want to try out more shadows in this palette. And the next one that I want to go into is this really pretty kind of like bluish minty shade called Seltzer. And then using this BH Cosmetics number 5 brush out of the Marble Luxe set, I'm going to be applying it right into my crease. And then I'm just blending it upwards into that minty shade. I'm also using it to round out my outer V. Okay, but these two together, they're kind of a mood. So once you have that applied and blended out, the next shade that we are going to be going in with is this super pretty matte deep and teal shade called Ice Cold. And then using this BH Cosmetics number 6 brush out of the Lavender Luxe set, I'm going to be applying it directly into my crease, as well as into my outer V. I just want like a little bit more definition and just like a little bit more pizzazz with this look. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked how it looked before, but I just love a good defined look. So I'm just going to go in with a second layer, and it does seem like it does build up a little bit, so that is great and good to note. But I don't know why, I just expected it to be a little bit different applied, but I really do like the color of it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy with how nicely Ice Cold blended out, because sometimes those types of shades with like that much green and blue in them, they can kind of be like a little trickier to blend out. But so far I haven't had any problems with any of the shades yet. Crossing my fingers, I don't have any problems because I love the colors in here. But the next shade that we are going to be going in with is the darkest one in the palette. You definitely don't have to use this one, but I'm just really curious, and that is this one right here. Now, using this BH Cosmetics number 4 brush out of the Zodiac eye brush set, I'm going to be applying it really lightly into my crease, as well as using it to round out my outer V. And then after I have it applied, I'm just going to start doing these little circular motions to blend it upwards into everything else that we have applied. Unfortunately, Chill Factor did give me a little bit of a harsh line. I don't know if you can see it, but like right in here, it just is a little uneven and just really tricky to blend out. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of Ice Cold and Chill Factor mixed on the Sigma E35. Literally, this brush blends out anything. It's amazing. And then I'm just doing little circular motions over the harsh line just to see if I can kind of correct it a little bit more. And I just want to get it a little bit more buffed out. You see what I mean? Even after doing that, it still is giving me that harsh line. I don't know why, but it's just really tricky to use. So unfortunately, so far, this shadow is not my favorite of the palette. So here's where I'm at right now with the look, and this is kind of giving me mermaid vibes right now. I don't know about you guys, but off camera, I'm just going to cut my crease real quick using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer, and then I'll be right back. So once you cut that crease and the base is 100% dry, now we are going to start working on the lid, and the shade that we are going to be going in with is, of course, Mojito Mami. Then using a damp and flat shader brush, I'm going to be applying this anywhere that base is showing on the lid. And when I'm doing this, I'm really pressing it in. I'm not doing a swiping motion. Okay, but that shimmer though, and that color, oh my gosh, I am living for it. It is so pretty. I feel like this would even be a really pretty highlighter too. But like, wow, like that minty, like shimmery shade is so gorgeous. Okay, but real talk, I can't get over how shimmery that shade is. It is so pretty on the lid. But the next shade that we are going to be going in with is called Minty. So I just want to mix things up. So I'm going to take a little flat shader brush and start packing this on in the outer third of the lid. Right over that shade that we just applied. Because I just want like a little pop of green. Okay, I am really enjoying how this is turning out so far. It is so pretty. I really love how the lid looks. That is probably my favorite part right now. But I do want to try out one of these Glitterly Obsessed. I've never tried one before. And this one is in the shade Fresher Than You. So I just put a little bit of that Glitterly Obsessed on that brush that we used to apply Mojito Mami. And I'm just tapping it in the inner 2/3 of my lid. I'm assuming this stuff is not eye safe, so do as I say and not as I do. Okay, I messed up real bad on that one. Like, disregard this eye, we're gonna do this eye instead. I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm just going to be tapping it in. Okay, so definitely use your finger. I don't know why I used a brush. That was so dumb, and it looks so bad right now on that side too. Like, I'm gonna have to fix it real bad. But I still think it's really pretty, but I will say it is lifting up the shadow. So I don't know how people use these normally. I'm assuming you just use them on your face or in your hair, but for me, if I see glitter, I want it on my eyes. Let me know in the comments though if you do have these, like how you use them, because I would love to like experiment more with like glitter and like how to apply it and use it in different ways. So if you have any like cool suggestions, let me know. I gotta say, when I first initially applied the glitter, I was like, oh no, I completely ruined this because I messed this eye up. But once I kind of like finessed it and kind of got it where I wanted it to be, I absolutely adore how it looks. But off camera though, I'm just gonna kind of like clean things up a little bit as well as apply my complexion products, and then I'll be right back. So here's where I'm at right now with the look after applying my complexion products as well as some liner and some lashes. And now we are going to start working on the lower lash line just to tie everything together. And the shade that we are going to be going in with is one that we used earlier, and that is called Ice Cold. And then using this Morphe M507 brush, I'm just going to be popping this right underneath the lower lash line. And when I'm applying this, I'm just doing back and forth motions. Since you have your lower lash line smoked out, the next shade that we are going to be going in with is the lightest shimmer in the palette called Play It Cool. Then using this Moda brush, this little smoky eye brush, I'm going to be packing the shit out of this into my inner corner. And I'm also bringing it underneath the inner tear duct area to open up the eye. Okay, but that shimmer though, oh, like she hits different. Like that is so pretty. I feel like this would even be a really great highlighter. I mean, like, look at that. That is stunning. But yeah, so here's the finish look using the Colourpop Mint collection, and seriously, I had a lot of fun creating this look with you guys today. I think it's just so cool. It's kind of like vibrant yet pastel at the same time with a bunch of glitter, which I think is just really awesome. But nonetheless, I do want to give you guys my thoughts and opinions about all of the products that we used today. So first things first, let's talk about the Matcha Love Duo, and I gotta say, I absolutely adore this. The 4-3 Beauty Face Milk was seriously amazing. It made my skin look so hydrated and just so like glowy and like that glow from within type of look. It was so stunning. And again though, this is a skincare item, so you don't know how it's going to work, you know, after one use. But you know, just on my first impressions basis, I really enjoyed it. As for the Lippy Scrub, I really enjoyed this. I thought the grit to it was amazing. You know, it wasn't like super gritty where it felt like sandpaper, nor did it feel like there wasn't any grit at all. It was like right in the middle where you want it to be. And also after I like wiped it off, it made my lips feel extra hydrated, which I really appreciated. As for the Minty palette, overall I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a really fun palette to use and I love the colors in here. I will say though, the only shadow that gave me any problems today was the deepest one in the palette called Chill Factor, but other than that, all of the other shadows were seriously amazing and very easy to use. You do have to build up the mats a little bit if you do want them to look like they do in the pan, but other than that, they were very easy to work with. They weren't chalky or dusty, and they literally blended out like a dream. And also the shimmers, oh my gosh, like the shimmers in this palette, they are definitely like the star of the show. They're super sparkly and just so buttery in texture. As for the Glitterly Obsessed and Fresher Than You, I gotta say, I don't know how I feel about it, and that's because I have never used a Glitterly Obsessed before, and also, I think I used it wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but I applied it to my lids, and mind you, it looks so cool, and it looks like mermaid scales, which I am obsessed with, but it is creasing on me, and it will not stop creasing, even though I have set it with eyeshadow, I have like tapped it out with a sponge. It just keeps on slipping around, so I don't know if it's because of user error, and I'm supposed to use it a different way, or like how it's supposed to work. So if you have any suggestions, or like if you applied a certain way and it's kind of like a trick kind of thing, please let me know because I would love to use it again because it is so pretty. So I do want to share with you guys some swatches of the products that we didn't use today. The only one I will not be able to swatch, but it is so pretty, is the Soul Body Oil. And this one's actually called the Shimmering Dry Oil in Mint Julep. It is so stunning in the bottle, but unfortunately it has argan kernel oil in it, so I'm allergic to it, and if I apply it to my skin, I will break out in hives. But again, like the packaging and the like full-on like glitteriness of it, it is seriously so beautiful. Now, I don't know if you guys can see the shimmer of this really in my camera, but man, like in person, it is so stunning. It's like a minty color, and it also has like little flecks of silver in it. It is seriously so beautiful. This collection also had two Super Shock shadows, one of which was called Mint For You. It's really pretty. It's kind of like a deeper mint, but it's super sparkly at the same time. And also there's one called Flux, which is just like a matte minty shade. I would call this actually like a true mint. Mint For You, Flux. Mint For You, Flux. And then here's a Glitterly Obsessed and Mint Condition that we didn't use today. And then here's Fresher Than You in case you're curious. So when it comes down to it, would I recommend the products that we used today? And honestly, I really enjoyed all of the products that we used. Other than the Glitterly Obsessed, I don't know how I feel about that, honestly, just because, again, I feel like I had user error with it and I just didn't know what I was doing. So please let me know if you have any suggestions on how to use it because I think it's a really cool product. I just want to use it right next time so I can give a better opinion about it. But when we start talking about the eyeshadow palette, oh my gosh, like this is so pretty. Even though we did have a problem with one of the shades, I still feel like it's definitely worth checking out, even though like one of them isn't my favorite, because again, the other mattes in here are really nice. They're very easy to blend out and they have a really great pigmentation to them. And also the shimmers, oh my gosh, like on the lid, did you guys see earlier how pretty they were? They were just so sparkly and so buttery in texture. As for the little Matcha Love Face set, I think it's a really cute little set and definitely worth checking out if you're into these types of products. Again, the little face milk that we used, the matcha one, I thought it was really nice on the skin and definitely gave a very like healthy, glowy from within type of look. And again though, it is skincare, so you don't know how it's going to work, you know, after one use, so do take that with a grain of salt when I'm saying that. And if I have any problems with it, I will keep you guys updated in the comments down below or in the description box, one or the other. And for the Lippy Scrub, I think it's a really nice little scrub. If you're into that type of thing, I think you're gonna like that one too. But yeah, so in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this look, and also let me know if you're going to be picking up any of these products out of this collection. But as always though, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button down below and gave this video a like. And also, if you'd like to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!